Hey man, say man, you know what time it is, man. It's the boy, man. Mr. Up Top. He's back with another one out. Crazy, you hear me? Appreciate the love on the last one. Keep this motion going, man. Today we got Pood Sheisty robs Gucci, man. This shit don't even look real. You feel me? Just reading it, like, it's just great. Shout out to Poetic Flocking, man. We're gonna get to this. Gucci Man is legendary trap originator. If you ask me, it was Jeezy, Gucci, and Tip. You know what I'm saying? So 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, he had it on loud. Brick Squad, Waka Flocka. What they had over there? They had the homies over there, bro. Like, but Brick Squad was deep. He kind of created 808 Mafia. You feel me? So a lot of came out behind that, but he's a mogul. Gucci Man is a mogul. He's not a rapper. He created millionaires. But he signs too many artists that's not from where he's from that he don't know. You know what I mean? There's a lot of politics involved with that. We're going to get into this. Come on, let's get it.
Gucci on behalf of Pood Sheisty.
I don't know who need to hear this, man, but no, I'm lying. Hey, Gucci Man, LaFleur, you went and signed 100 niggas from Memphis, Tennessee to try to antagonize God at all because he your wife.
No, I can't say that's true. Well, it is true, but he also signed 100 niggas from Atlanta. You know what I mean? So he got a tactic the way he be moving.
Then you dropped them little niggas and kept Pood and not got it and took Pood Sheisty from you.
Long live Scar, man. There was a rumor around that all the artists that Gucci signs either dies or go to jail, man. He was the ones that passed away.
How I feel to have a Memphis nigga, man, take your wife and your number one artist?
See, first of all, that's risky business. I don't see how people be liking the same women from your homies. But I get it, though. Because some people pass them, they didn't fall in love with them. You know what I'm saying? They don't even be knowing. Meanwhile, the homie hit. So
you gotta tighten up, Gucci.
Got to tighten up.
All that goofy shit you were doing. Signing 100 niggas from Memphis, Tennessee. You ain't never heard them mixtape. Just signing and trying to antagonize a nigga.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind.
Let me try.
Man, that wedding ring, gone. Yeah, they hit him with the.
They trying to say Gucci got robbed for his wedding ring and his bracelet. $2 million in jewelry.
Suge Knight, bruh. They took Gucci Mane wedding ring and they took his watch.
When he said they gave him the Suge Knight, he's obviously referencing how Suge Knight in his prime was known to pull up on people and by threat make them sign over whatever he make them want to sign over. Rather is a label owner releasing an artist that he want to sign, or rather is an artist who masters he want to own, who will make that artist sign over his masters to him. That's the Suge Knight tactic. He's claiming that Pood Sheisty did the same to Gucci.
So, Gucci, you know this is 100% true. Hit me up, I can get you it back. But as it stands right now, bro, Gucci Mane walking around wedding ringless right now.
See, and shit like that, that's cop shit, bro. For you to implement yourself in a kidnapping robbery on YouTube and be the first person to release the information, you know who they coming to talk to, bro.
And he ain't got no watch. I'm not going to say who robbed him. Pood Sheisty was not there, but It definitely went on after Pooh Shiesty left. Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane got into an altercation as far as a little back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pooh Shiesty wasn't hearing that Gucci Mane had to say. Gucci Mane won Pooh Shiesty on the team, but hell nah. So what ends up happening is Space in the Place. Can't give you too much specific details because if I do, then y'all know that's all bad. But as soon as Pooh Shiesty got up out of there, left, got in his car.
So Gucci and Gotti's beef stem from Gucci's wife that Yo Gotti used to mess with her. So he went and signed a whole bunch of Memphis people. So Gotti, so he could tap into his city more than he is on the artist side. I don't know. There's a lot of mental games going on.
Pulled off. He ain't knowing what the hell going on. All he knows is he happy that Gucci Mane signed him up out that goddamn deal.
Obviously, this is a really, 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 really bad look for Gucci if this happened. And the only thing really left to figure out is, did it happen as badly as people claim it happened, or did it happen slightly not as bad? Because something happened. For sure, an altercation happened between some gang members on behalf of Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. But the only thing left to figure out is, did it happen as badly as people are saying it happened? Right? Now, a couple of dominoes have happened since our last video. There are sorts of hints towards the latter that maybe this is just as bad as people is saying it is. So when Pooh Shiesty was recently released from jail, Gucci Mane wrote this beautiful tribute to Pooh Shiesty. Gucci Mane wrote, "Welcome home to a real one, my ninja. Pooh Shiesty, the energy different now. Same hustle, new chapter. Shiesty back and free, the only way it's supposed to be. Real ones never fold. Time to shake the streets up."
Okay, so let's get to this. One of the artists that Gucci signed ended up being Pooh's cousin. Right? Ended up being Pooh's cousin, right? And then he ended up passing away. And then Gucci came to the funeral. Well, started talking about he wanted the chains back after the funeral. And I guess Pooh Shiesty heard what transpired, and he came up with a plan to get back. And that's what he was talking about in that song, the slimiest of the slime. That's what he was talking about.
Wow, proud of you, 1017. So again, he expressed this beautiful tribute, and it was up on his page up until the day after the incident, supposedly happened. Because now if you go to Gucci Mane's Instagram, all traces of Pooh Shiesty has now vanished, which also will play into the narrative that Gucci Mane has released Pooh Shiesty, because we don't see Pooh Shiesty anywhere on his page a day after the alleged robbery and kidnapping took place. A lot of us were pretty early reporting this story because a lot of us got our information from people who placed themselves there, who placed themselves at the scene and claimed they witnessed the altercation. That's what they said. Now, but the news were pretty much, I'll say, it started off on like the underground hip hop media section of YouTube, right? Like me, Seti Nash, King AK, Chicks Moves, right? Like the underground urban hip hop media niche section of YouTube. But it began to get a little worse for Gucci Mane once the news began to escape the underground hip hop.
Shout out AK. Shout out Mac Muller.
Media niche, and it began to get mainstream. And when it got mainstream, it wasn't a bunch of mainstream bloggers shooting it down. It was a bunch of mainstream bloggers saying, yeah, I heard something very similar too. One of the mainstream bloggers who came out was Tasha K, the amazing, the beautiful Miss Tasha K, right? And she took to her Twitter and she says, yes.
No, Tasha K is a blogger who got sued by Cardi B for defamation of character.
Allegedly, Gucci Mane was kidnapped by Pood Sheisty and held at gunpoint until he signed a contract releasing him from his Death Row Records 2.0 situation. A very strong source connected to the situation called me and filled me in. There was no confirmed robbery, just an alleged contract release, so Pood could freely sign to Yo Gotti. On Monday, I'll drop the rest of the deets. This is allegedly the real reason Pood Sheisty was arrested, and they're allegedly trying to cover it up. If what I'm being told is true, everything is allegedly. Even my name is allegedly. See y'all Monday. Now, I think Pood Sheisty went back to the halfway house. People, again, I'm not a criminal, all right? I don't know how jail works, okay?
Okay, so how that work is, if you catch a charge on federal probation, they'll keep you on the streets and let you fight your case. Especially if you got some money on. You know what I mean? I'll let you fight your case from the streets instead of violate you before you get charged. So that's the difference.
Okay, I've never been in prison, but Pood Sheisty is like in a halfway house. I think you can have like releases or you have like permission to leave the halfway house briefly. Yeah, and this apparently took place when Pood Sheisty left the halfway house. Now he's back in the halfway house. So I don't know how that particularly works. Now, another mainstream blogger, Adam22, he will say that he talked to a lot of industry people who are in the know, and they all told him they heard something very similar, but because, you know, they weren't there themselves, they're unwilling to say this is 100% true. But they were also told the same exact things that us, the underground hip-hop media bloggers, reported 2 or 3 days before anybody else.
There's got to be a reason. Bro, I'm telling you, the whole music industry has heard this rumor. Everybody's heard this rumor and nobody can confirm 100%. So maybe there is a real sincere effort to keep it low key, but it's not like this is being swept under the rug. And I'm just now starting to see YouTube.
Because it has to be a secret because the niggas on federal probation. The fuck, that can't. It just has to be alleged until charges. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
YouTubers make videos about it. Traplo Ross just dropped a video about it.
Because people are talking about it. He ain't got, what details does he have?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. It's like a half hour. But there's crazy rumors going on in the streets.
About what?
And I feel like people are scared to report on this. It's starting to really trickle out.
Don't go there.
Pood Sheisty and Gucci Mane.
Oh, yeah. He signed Pood Sheisty before,
yes.
5-6 years ago.
Okay. Now, I don't want to tell you what I'm about to tell you, but I've had multiple Memphis.
And then I want to be signed to a nigga after I do 4 years, come home and still got to see something, see different things. You know what I'm saying?
Insiders, tap in with me, not Stan G.
You ain't had no multiple fucking go man.
I have. And
this
I don't need that either because a lot of other people have been tapping in about it. But the story that's going around that everybody's scared to report on, and this is just a rumor, is that basically Pood Sheisty and Choppa Gang ran down on Gucci Mane, relieved him of some of his possessions, and basically forced him to sign a contract releasing Pood Sheisty from 1017, the label.
Okay, well, here's the thing on that, right?
That's what a lot of people are saying. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying a lot of people.
No, hold on.
I hit a couple industry insiders just to get their thoughts. Like, yo, you think this is true? They all heard the same rumor as me, and they all weren't able to confirm 100%.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a...
Nobody can confirm because it's a fucking federal charge, bro. On federal probation, bro.
People in the industry has heard, probably almost everybody in the industry has been told, oh yeah, that happened, bro. But nobody is really brave enough to come forward and say Gucci Mane got robbed and kidnapped because nobody really want to put their name on this 100%. But like we've all heard the same stories from people who have claimed I was there. We've all heard the same stories. It's been confirmed to almost everybody. But nobody is willing to come forward and say, hey, I'm a mainstream blogger. I think, you feel me? Because like it's Gucci Mane we're talking about here, right? And it just seems so outlandish that nobody really wants to believe it, you know? Now, they will continue to discuss. Now the one thing they got to where I disagree, they started to talk about how they can't see Pooh Shiesty being dumb enough to get out the feds and pull this off. I 100% think Pooh Shiesty will be dumb enough. For any man who is dumb enough as a multi-millionaire to pull off a robbery for some J's and weed, you are somebody who I can 100% see.
That's definitely what he went to the feds for. So he's a certified crash out. The millionaire robbing nigga for some weed, some J's. Memphis niggas, they're some wild boys.
Right, doing a crime to this magnitude after getting released from the feds, 100%. Pooh Shiesty ain't no reformed. Bro, Pooh Shiesty got out and dropped a song called FDL where he's talking about still riding around with Blix. Bro, Pooh Shiesty ain't this reformed person, bro. Pooh Shiesty is still in the streets doing street stuff. Like that fat time ain't teach Pooh Shiesty a goddamn thing about nothing.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? It's one thing. If he got a release, then maybe it's some truth to it.
Yeah.
If he don't got a release, there's no truth to it. But I think it's bullshit because why would Pooh Shiesty's, we haven't heard Gucci Mane mention any of this, and why would Pooh Shiesty's team put that out when this is identical to the same type of case, controlling case he just did time in the feds on?
And I agree. That sounds insane.
And that's how you get career criminal. Repeat the same cases. If you catch 3 of the same cases, you get a mandatory 15 years. So for y'all young guys that don't know that, it's a lot of people fighting that right now. Depending on how old you was when you caught the case, there's a lot of stipulations with that.
To get out of doing 4 years in the feds and then immediately do something that would basically get you right back in the feds.
No. That's not insane. Insane is your team putting that out there in the street.
But nobody's putting it out there. This is just
somebody had to put it out there.
Listen, loose lips sink ships. I've just been hearing about it. I'm guessing that they're probably trying to not have it be out there because nobody wants to see who go back to the feds.
We haven't heard Gucci Mane say anything.
Would you if you got the shit beat out of you and had all your shit took?
That's my point. So that means it would have to come from the Pooh Shiesty side.
Listen.
He's still in the fucking halfway house.
That is true.
So, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, it got to be some bullshit.
And that's my thing, too. Is
unless he's that damn stupid.
Gucci lives in Miami. He
lives in Florida.
He probably goes to Atlanta a bit, maybe Memphis. I don't know. Like, where would this have taken place? Pooh is in Dallas, right?
Pooh's in Dallas.
So it's like why would they have even been in the same place unless they had arranged a meeting? Here's the thing, too. I feel like personally that things have been probably pretty bad with Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane for a little while. When you listen to the FDO song that Pooh Shiesty put out, he's shouting out Yo Gotti. Anybody who fucks with Gucci Mane, it seems to me, you do not fuck with Yo Gotti.
And the Yo Gotti aspect makes this to me all that more believable. Bro, Yo Gotti was literally stalking and hunting Young Dolph down from state to state. Young Dolph got shot in LA by Yo Gotti's people. They were literally following Young Dolph from state to state to state to state to state, trying to get Dolph. Right? So Yo Gotti has expertise in this.
Gucci Mane, it seems to me.
Allegedly.
You do not fuck with Yo Gotti. Like, these lines have been drawn in the sand. That's not like a cool thing. If you're signed to Gucci Mane, you are not showing Yo Gotti love. So that right there stands out to me too. And I mean, some of the people, because this is the.
So you got the rap politics, the game politics, the industry politics, the street politics. It's a lot involved, man.
Whole thing with us.
Maybe it's some Memphis love.
This is the whole thing with us not having like a clear source on this. Because I had people hitting me up saying, yeah, Pooh Shiesty and some of Gotti's people are the one who did this. Again, no clue.
Now y'all throwing
Gotti
Gotti in
that the full version of the story is not as exciting as what we're getting at.
Why would Gotti have anything to do with that?
Because Pooh Shiesty is like the king of Memphis right now in terms of like not up and coming, but like hot young rappers. He's basically the whole deal. And he's also the one rapper that didn't pick a side between CMG and Paper Route. And as a result, you can imagine that, you know, Yo Gotti probably on his line, like trying to do something for him, especially since Gucci seems like he's at an all-time low in terms of interest in promoting new artists or pushing the label side of 10-7.
I'm going to just leave it up to y'all, man. After hearing all sides, what do you guys think? Who do you guys believe, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to see another good video.
Well, like I just stated, there's so many politics involved. That's real life. And when you ain't been in the streets, you kind of forget certain shit. I think Gucci forgot who he was dealing with and thought he could control the situation. And he should 19, man. It's another one for y'all, man. We out here, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Who's Sheisty? Rob Gucci, man. That's crazy. Tap up for the next one, man. Have a good day.